It's Week 14 of the National Football League, and all eyes are on Saquon Barkley. He's the owner of the third most rushing touchdowns league-wide. It's the Eagles and the Panthers. All that and more coming.
Ready to get this game started. Here's Eddie Pinheiro. And away we go at the link. Here's Smith on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by a QB coming into his 5th NFL season out of Oklahoma. It's Jalen Hurts.
Probably feels like he owes his guys one after last week, doesn't he? Threw a couple picks, did find the end zone, but his guys around him still found a way to win. Now here's where he's got to be careful, Kate. You can't get it all back at once. Sometimes when you're over-aggressive, it leads to, well, days like last week with a couple interceptions. Got to do your job and just do your job well.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They go to Barkley again. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 43. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. Xavier Woods up to make the tackle.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, and there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
And he's tackled for a short gain. Pushing the pace right away to start the game. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. And that was the biggest 3-yard gain you're going to see because instead of a turnover on downs, Brock, it gets them a first. Here's another carry for Barkley. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Hurts setting up to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. The Eagles are in punt formation. He bunted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. So here come the Panthers now for their opening drive. Bringing him out, coming off a tough rookie season as the top pick in the 2023 draft is Bryce Young.
And he wonders, he's about to take his first snap today. Yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great. No interceptions. But just the 1 touchdown. I'm curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
Tough one to retain through that hit. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Finds Sanders. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. Panthers getting everyone set for the punt. And he's in a real tough spot for his first kick. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. A play fake, now Hurts to throw. Gets it to Paris Campbell. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Great, set.
From the red zone now. This throw is cut. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Upping the tempo with some hurry-up offense. Barkley does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
They'll try again with Barkley. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Eagles take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Khalif Raymond to return it. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Now for the 2nd time, we take a look at this Panther offense. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10. The first carry now for Jonathan Brooks. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Big Jordan Davis getting there for the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap now to Young. That's caught. He found some space. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Yeah, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Young off 1st and 10. That's caught at the 4. Touchdown, Carolina. And they've loved the scoring production he's brought out of their offense. That touchdown gives him 10 on the season. Point after from Pinheiro is up and good. And the Panthers tie this game 7-7. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Here's Smith on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Offense working quickly. Barkley trying this up the gut. And that one's forward for 1, maybe 2 yards. DJ Wanham gets there to haul him down. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They have 3rd and 4 to start out. Now Hurts. Able to get it to Barkley. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
First down, a run with Barkley. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Hurts to throw. Completed here to Uzama. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Going to the ground again on first. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
A give to Barkley. Room inside the 10. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And that gives them 1st and goal. Barkley runs it in for the Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles take a 2nd quarter lead. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. One after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's Raymond on the return. Good looking return here, and he's got room. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch your breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is. Is that QB a tight end? They got that ball out in a hurry.
On 2nd down, it's Brooks. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Again, it's Brooks. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Running once more with Brooks. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with third down and 6 to go. Running back sent in motion. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
Awareness. Awareness is so critical of where those defenders are down the field to find that open receiver. But it's just as important, Kate, in the pocket. Having awareness of what's going on around you, the QB didn't. And the defense registers a sack.
Carolina in punt formation. Back deep for the Eagles is Isaiah Rodgers. His first punt went 50. This is away and looks even better. It's fielded at the 14. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Eagles back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Man in motion, out of the slot. Hurts trying again on 2nd down. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Hurts now from the gun. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! But it looked like an Eagle flew in and was first to the football. They're retaining possession. Their punter making his way out now. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Fair catch is made, a yard or two short of midfield. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it's going to be Panthers football. The Panthers get going again once more on offense. Now their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. To the air on 1st down. Young. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. And the Eagles have it as he records his 7th interception of the season.
Well, nickel has really become the base defense for so many teams in the league because the passing game has become so prevalent today. It really makes it so much more difficult to find an open throwing lane. It gives defenses a lot more speed on the back end to step in front of passes just like that.
Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
2nd down, Hurts throwing again. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. This ball's caught by Uzama. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
Hey, thumbs up, alert.
To the ground with Barkley. And they'll hold him up after a short carry to the 44. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. That's complete to Pittman. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Young. Pittman's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Thielen's got it, complete. And he'll go down here at the 16. Working quickly here. Escapes out to the left. And he will score. It's a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers cut it to just a point before halftime. It's a Bryce Young touchdown. And his kick is good. And what a first half that was as we officially go into locker rooms now, all tied up. Sorry, Coach. We'll catch up with you after this one. We're jumping past halftime and getting right back to the start of the second half. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half. All tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Brings in the kick at the 9. He stopped on the return at the 27. Carolina ready to get things started on offense to begin the 3rd. And they could take control in the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. They'll motion a tight end left. Here's Young on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Young working from the gun. Throw complete to Thielen. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Back now, pressure on its way. He's got Khalif Raymond. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 22. And that'll be good for a Carolina 1st.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
One of the tight ends motioning left. That throw behind his intended target.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Sticking to the air, it's Young. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Darius Slay has it. And the Eagles regain possession as he makes the 30th interception of his career. Well, Brock, it was an absolute battle in the first half as they played to a tie heading into the locker rooms. And already we have the first big play of half number 2 with that INT.
Yeah, not just the first big play, but maybe the first separating play here, Kate. There's always a moment in the second half, especially where one of these teams makes the play, right? That one that we're going to circle and look back to as the defining play of the half. We may just have witnessed it right there.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
And he's going to take this one to the 25 before going down. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down. On the handoff, it's Barkley. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. A play fake, now Hurts to throw. Got a man, Uzama has it. This is ahead for about 5. Xavier Woods up to make the tackle. Back to the line they go, it's 2nd down. They go with Barkley here. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the 1st down.
From the pistol, Hurts. This one finds Goddard. He's got to gain a 6 there. Xavier Woods up to make the tackle. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Makes the... They get to him, and he loses the football. It's out! Panthers pick this one up.
We're using this play to try for a... Set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense...
So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one.
After review of the play.
So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. Here's Saquon. And his drive forward halted after a couple of yards. That stop made by Derek Brown. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. This from 48 on the left hash. The kick by Hopkins is good. And they've taken back the lead.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's Raymond on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Carolina offense headed out now. And a nice drive last time out, Brock, squandered by that interception. So I think they take a repeat of everything except that final play. Young up 1st and 10. This is reeled in by Pittman. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Runs into traffic and hits a wall, no gain. That was Jermaine Johnson there to make the play. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap now to Young. Has a man, it's Edwards-Helaire. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. Back to throw. Here's Young. It's caught. That's Thielen. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brooks. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the 3rd quarter. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd. Young on the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now it looks like one of the Eagles is having some trouble out there and is in need of some assistance. They'll bring out the punter here. Johnny Hecker, the one to send it away. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. And he can't hurt you with a return if you just kick it out of bounds, right? Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
No touch, sir. No touch.
They run it with Saquon. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Great, set. Tiger swamp. Hey, easy, 63, back. No touch.
On the play fake, it's Hurts. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Hurts running the offense at max speed here.
No touch.
Barkley gets it on 3rd down. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. This one goes for 3 yards. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Well, this certainly has been a memorable contest for him. His coaches, man, they're going to take this kind of output every single game.
This goes a little beyond the expectations they have for him, maybe even for himself. What impresses me so much, Kate, the guy just doesn't tire. Getting stronger, literally, as this game's going on.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
They go to Barkley again. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Barkley trying this up the gut. It's a great extra effort to keep that run going for a nice gain. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Eagles only up by a few. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Great, set. 63.
Here's Barkley. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. They've got 1st down from the 31.
Great, set.
Running right, it's Barkley. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Running is Barkley. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Calm, cool, collected from this offense. Love to see it. No tunnel vision on what down it was. Just focused on executing the play in front of them.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Now Barkley. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Clock working against him here as they hurry to that line. A give to Barkley. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. 1 final second on that clock. There's a timeout. We'll have to wait just a touch longer to close this one out. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. He'll look to throw it. And that is the catch that should end this game and seal this win. Touchdown! Well, that one might not sit so well with everybody down on the field. Heck, maybe some of his own guys, too. But he had a chance at a touchdown as time expired, Brock, and it was just too much for him to resist.
Yeah, it probably will ruffle some of the older school feathers down on the sidelines. But for a lot of the guys coming into this league each year, they're used to it. If there's time left, if you're trying to score,